Welcome back, everybody, to the show. It is now time for Busan Chingu Talk. We have Melissa in the studio. Hello there.
Hello, hello. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you. We've talked to each other on air before.
Yes.
You know, it's quite funny. Last weekend, I was walking on Haeundae Beach, and I ran into Melissa.
Yes.
And
yes.
I was like, how you doing? We were catching up. And she warned me that this show, she just attacks David.
Yes, this show is all about ridiculous controversies and merciless trolling.
Merciless trolling.
Yes, you had fair warning,
Okay.
right? Because that was like Saturday. So you've had like what, 4 days now to mentally be prepared.
마음 준비하고 왔습니다. We actually have a listener on YouTube Live called Grace. Does that name ring a bell? Grace?
Oh, yes.
멜리스 선생님 너무 반가워요. 몇 년 만에 선생님을 이렇게 라디오에서 듣게 되어서 너무 좋아요. 매주 수요일마다 고정해서 들을게요. Student of yours?
좋아요.
Student? Or friend?
Potentially student. There are a few different Grace names that I know of. So... yes, but welcome.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Are you talking to me or
Welcome
Grace?
back.
Me?
Both.
Both.
Both of you.
Brilliant. So,
everybody.
what is this segment all about?
So, well, this is all about ridiculous controversies here in Korea because tourists are visiting Busan in record numbers, and with this popularity comes a lot of curiosity about all the details of life in Korea. So in this segment, we are going to discuss the seemingly mundane parts of the average Busan resident's life and break down the ridiculous controversies surrounding them. And of course, throughout this segment, we want to hear your views.
Yes, exactly. So if you've got 100 won, just send your messages to pound 9050 샵 9050, or for no money at all, you can comment on YouTube live stream. Just go onto BEFM 부산영어방송's channel, and also you can send a Kakao Talk as well. Lots of ways to participate. Very, very easy. You said Busan is becoming way more popular.
Oh, yes.
I noticed for the past few weeks, when I go to the beach, I'm like, 와, 외국인이 왜 이렇게 많노? 잠깐만.
진짜 많아요.
나도 외국인이지?
Yes. Yes. And a lot of them, they're speaking, and I can kind of hear like, oh, this is French. Okay, this seems like Spanish, but maybe not Spanish. Maybe this is Portuguese. Yeah, I was just telling the writer before the show, this is the first time that I've been to Haeundae Beach in the summer since like 2018. Because, Busan 사람. We don't go to Haeundae Beach in the summer.
Yeah,
right?
It's a bad choice.
It's a bad choice. So I hadn't been there since 2018 until Saturday when I saw you there. And I was shocked.
Yeah.
So many people, so many tourists.
Yeah, which is great when you think about it. Yeah.
It's just you didn't really expect it when, as a Busan resident, I go there in the winter and only see other Busan residents like walking their dogs. And
it's like I'm still kind of used to, back in the old day, back in COVID era when it was just isolated.
Yes.
And then the explosion of the world opening back up was really shocking to the system.
Yes, yes, but it's a nice shock. It is
shock.
A nice shock. Yes. So today, our controversy. Nick, I chose this just for you. I'm taking full advantage of the fact you're here because I want to talk about the secret lives of married people. Mainly, when you have the house to yourself, what do you do? And listeners, of course, I want to hear from you. The responses that I've gathered are mostly from North America, but I really want perspectives from here in Korea. So when you have the house to yourself, no spouse, no kids, or if your parents live with you, no parents, you're home totally alone for a while, what do you do? What do you look forward to doing? And Nick, what is it for you? When the wife's away, will Nick play excessively childish computer games? Raid the snack cupboard?
No.
What exactly do you do when left home unsupervised?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm quite boring at home.
Okay.
I'm very sensible. Because I work from home. I do have
work
the home.
from home.
I do have the house to myself. But I'll tell you, 좀 TMI지만.
Okay, I'm ready. TMI. Lay it on me.
Just to put it nicely, 조금 좀 미화시키자면, I like to underdress.
This was a popular answer for a lot of people.
Of course.
Okay, why? Why do people, like, they're home alone and they're like, I don't want to wear pants. Why?
I
Are
don't
pants
know.
that terrible?
자유롭잖아요. It just feels free.
But, I mean, you're from England.
Yes.
In Scotland, your neighbor's country, they wear kilts. Why don't you just wear a kilt?
Yeah, I don't know. Some people might say cultural appropriation.
Okay, but you're not allowed to.
Well, I am
okay.
part Scottish.
Okay, so you're allowed to. You could just put on a kilt.
I don't have a kilt. And if
This
someone
is a
knocks on the
shame.
door,
Okay.
people are going like, why are you wearing a kilt? I don't
So it's better to answer the door wearing no pants?
I'll put on pants.
Okay.
And then I'll look. If it's someone I don't know, I'll put on a shirt.
Okay.
If it's someone I know, maybe.
So you're really underdressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this something that you're not allowed to do when your wife is at home? She's like, Nick, no.
I'm allowed, but I feel like, I don't know, even though she's my wife, I feel like I want to be a bit respectful.
Okay.
And wear some clothes.
And wear some
Even during the, I don't know what it is. It's just a humanistic ritual. During the daytime.
Humanistic ritual.
To wear clothes.
Okay.
But then when you go to bed, you don't wear those clothes. Where is this conversation going, Melissa?
Well, because, I mean, we want to know, what people look forward to when they have the house to themselves. Because, a lot of people, they go to work all day and then they come home, and for those limited hours that they are home with their family, you have a kind of a schedule, right? You
Yes.
eat dinner and then you need to get ready for bed and, these kind of things. So it's not totally common to just have a day or a night where you're just home alone.
For sure.
Yeah.
We have Jack Kim messaging in saying, work from home, remote work, underdress, don't want to wear pants, and quilts.
I love it. It kind of looks like it could be a quilt.
Yes. So Jack Kim spent Q-U-I-L-T, which is like a 담요, 이불, is a quilt. But what Melissa said is a kilt with a K-I-L-T. It's a traditional Scottish man dress.
Yes, a skirt for men.
That's the one.
남자 치마.
Yeah, 남자 치마. Yeah,
Yes.
되게 전통적인 옷이죠. He also said, don't want to wear pants. Now, you need to be careful because pants이라는 말은 영국에서는 미국이랑 좀 다른 뜻이 있거든요. Pants in England means your underwear. And
Your
in America,
underwear.
it means your trousers.
Yes.
So
But I just say pants because I know you're British and I think it's funnier.
if I don't wear pants, that's just, no. I go to jail, man.
It's in your house.
I know, but
Yeah.
sometimes the window's open,
Yeah, don't do that. We do have a big city here, especially if it's nighttime, lights are on, if you're walking around without pants on, curtains are open, this is a problem.
Yeah. Daily Scotty Nim's got the right idea. I order fried chicken and drink 맥주 alone.
Yes.
That's a solo party.
A little bit sad, but I mean, I guess you don't have to share the good pieces because there's only 2 legs on that order of fried chicken.
Yeah.
And if you're home alone, those are yours.
All to yourself. Brilliant. JJ Nim saying he's going to have a drinking party with friends. I don't know if I'd invite friends over. You got to enjoy that alone time while you have it.
Enjoy the alone time, even though you said you're always alone.
Yeah, 귀한 시간. 귀한 시간이죠. I like being alone.
Okay, you like being alone.
Everyone likes being alone, right?
Yeah.
And then Nim saying less clothes help you beat the heat. Definitely true.
That's true. If you're trying to save on your air conditioning bill, I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
All right. So do you have stats, or statistics or something? Or what do you bring in here?
So, for me, I'll tell my personal story first before I bring in the stats, because it is kind of related.
Okay.
Because for me, being home alone, it was something way more important to me when my husband and I were just dating. Because now we split the house chores and we fold each other's underwear and whatever. But hey,
I'm just joking.
Easy to fold.
Dramatic effect.
But when we were dating, I felt I shouldn't do any house chores, which is 집안일. I felt I shouldn't do house chores when he was over because, right, I felt like washing the dishes, take out the recycling, do the laundry, fold the laundry. You don't want the guy you're trying to flex in front of to come over and see your underwear hanging on a laundry rack. Okay? It's not attractive.
Hey,
it's not a good look.
I'd say it's not as bad
Right?
as you think, man.
Okay. Okay. So you would be unfazed by that.
I would be unfazed.
Okay. But I was embarrassed.
Okay.
So during the dating period, that was kind of a stressful thing. But now I don't think about it. But for several male respondents, actually, chores, again, 집안일, that was really important when they're home alone. So one husband said, finally, a chance to clean up without anyone in the way. And he said he turns the music all the way up and he takes the mop for a spin. That's a good husband right there. Take the mop for a spin.
They found probably the best husband in the world.
You're not taking the mop for a spin, I take it.
Yeah, I don't. Do I have a mop? I do have a kind of mop.
You're not even sure if you have a mop. Okay.
Yeah, I try to clean. I'm not as good as my wife at it, but we share different responsibilities.
Okay. So you don't take over her responsibilities when she's busy and out of the house.
I try to.
You try
But
to.
I have to be asked.
Ah.
Yeah, and then I'll do it.
But you have to be asked first. You missed this. This was the topic a couple weeks ago. What is something that people shouldn't have to be asked to do? They should know to do.
Yeah.
You missed it. Should have tuned in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't want to take the fun stuff away. You know?
Dangerous territory here.
I'm kidding.
But you
I'm
know,
kidding.
this wasn't just a husband. There was a wife that said, decluttering without anyone looking over my shoulder.
That's offensive.
So, well, she said she didn't get rid of important things. But yeah, if she did that when other people were in the house, they'd question every decision, right? And I've heard parents saying this too. Like, here's this toy truck or train or whatever, and the kid hasn't played with it in years, and they're about to put it in the donation bin, and the kid is like, no, that's my favorite truck in the whole world, and I'm going to play with it every day, and I'm going to sleep with it every night, and then, okay.
Yeah.
Not in the bag this time.
Yeah, it's all lies. It's all
Right.
lies because you're about to lose it, right?
Yeah.
So we have quite a lot of messages coming in here as well. JJ Nim saying, I'm staying in a share house, so I don't have time to be alone, but my housemates don't do chores. It's the worst.
Stressful. So stressful.
It's because with housemates, you're all sharing the bill equally and you're all sharing the chores.
Hopefully you're sharing the chores.
Yeah, so it's not like you can nag at them because it's not your wife or your husband. It must be really tough.
Right. It's really stressful.
Yeah.
But I am happy to see that Hisuk-nim agreeing with the survey results. I'd be sleeping, eating, watching TV, cleaning the house. So a lot of people, cleaning is a top priority.
Hey, work hard, play hard.
Play hard. My idea of playing hard.
Sleeping is playing hard.
Okay, that's true.
Watching TV as well. Yunkokonim is all saying, I want a junk food party. I want to make salty, buttery popcorn.
Yes.
And a ton of butter in it. You're my spirit animal, Yunkokonim. I am a butter fiend. I put butter on everything.
You need butter on everything. And the good butter. Not like, there's like unsalted butter. I'm like, why?
Take that away.
What is that?
Yeah.
You need maximum salt butter.
I don't want to say brands, but there are some good brands of butter out there.
Yes. The expensive ones, usually. The very expensive ones.
How expensive is butter these days?
Very.
Yeah.
Very
I think we're
expensive.
having a marriage discussion right now.
3 sticks for like 25,000원. But it's worth it. It's not worth it for your arteries.
Yeah.
Yeah. 동맥, 정맥, 죄송합니다. 네, but
sorry, veins.
yeah, sorry to those.
So,
Yeah.
This was for North America, right?
This was for North America, and there were a lot of people who actually said when they're home alone, they want to eat deliciously. And I also strongly agree with this. So, I look forward to eating whatever I want when my husband isn't home. And, I follow a very strict diet of carb up.
What's carb up?
Carb up.
Power
Carbohydrate party, right? Get that protein away from me. What is that? Fruit? Do I look buja to you? I'm not spending men 3,000원 so I can eat sagwa.
So you just spend
right?
the whole time eating like a bowl of white rice?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Chips and queso. Cheese and crackers. Stereotypical girl dinner of social media. That's
So
right.
This is your desire when your husband's away to eat just carbs?
Yes.
Why don't
only
you like
carbs.
protein? What's your aversion to protein?
I don't know. Carbs. They're delicious. Have you tried bread? It's awesome.
I think I had
love
some
bread.
a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago. Yeah.
I
Just
like
bowls
bread.
of white rice. That's all you eat. Okay.
You have a very interesting way to spend time alone.
Hey, It's delicious. And, a lot of people agreed. So there was some men surveyed, they were talking about pizza, ordering a large pizza with 7 available vegetables on it. So I'm guessing maybe this guy's kids, they don't really like, all the toppings.
Right.
So he has to hold back. Getting cheesy breadsticks to dip directly into the peanut butter jar. I've never heard of this before, right? That sounds
cheese and peanut butter.
not delicious to me. But I'm not trying to judge here. It's his free time. He can do what he wants.
Like you said, 동맥 죄송합니다. It's gonna fill your arteries up, I think.
Yeah, right. And a lot of women, I know it's kind of stereotypical American movies, but they did say they get a whole pint of ice cream and just take a spoon and they eat it in front of the TV.
Whenever I see like an American rom-com, one of the ladies is often sad in front of the TV, eating a big bucket of ice cream.
Yes.
Sometimes take out Chinese foods.
Oh, yeah, you got to have the takeout Chinese food.
Is that true?
I'm not sure about always the takeout Chinese food, but the ice cream, yes. A lot of people do that. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not an ice cream person.
Okay.
As I mentioned, got to have my carbs.
Isn't ice cream carbs and fat? No, is it carbs?
Dairy.
Dairy is not carbs, right? 탄수화물이 없죠.
No. 아니에요.
저는 이런 거에
Dairy
대해서
is
잘
like
모르거든요.
uyu. You have to have some,
fats.
Yes.
Fats.
It's just fats.
Fats.
You're thinking butter. I know you love butter.
I would rather have a fat day than a carbohydrate day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're just ice cream and
butter.
But you wouldn't have butter alone. You'd have butter on popcorn.
For sure. And mac and cheese sounds like a good one as well. 윤꼬꼬님 saying, oh yeah, mac and cheese.
Right?
Daily Scottynim saying, fruits are so expensive.
Yeah. I'm not rich enough to splurge on fruit.
Yeah. And
maybe one day.
Dairy products in Korea are so pricey, says 윤꼬꼬님. And I do agree. I love cheese and I cry a little bit at the cheese aisle.
Oh, really? Because it's so expensive. But it's a necessity. You cannot eat anything without cheese. Pasta needs cheese. Sandwich needs cheese. Garlic bread needs cheese. You don't have cheese, you just starve.
Brilliant.
Have to have it with everything.
Exactly. You know what? This has been so riveting. I've forgotten what we're talking about. What's the subject?
We are talking about things that you look forward to doing when you are in the house by yourself.
That's
Family
it.
members, spouses, kids, everybody's out of the house, home alone. What do we look forward to? And a lot of people said eating, which is why we're on this topic of food. But another thing both men and women said they wanted to do when they were alone was sleep. But not just sleep. They wanted to starfish in the bed. Starfish is 대자로 눕다. They want to starfish in the bed, which I too agree. Glorious.
대자죠. You're just like a big starfish.
Yeah, like a starfish.
Yeah.
You got to spread out in the middle. Make sure there's room for nobody
Yeah.
in that bed. Just one person.
I tell you, that's a great feeling.
It is. It's a great feeling.
Melissa, thank you very much for bringing this great topic as well. I'm going to have to think a bit more deeply and carefully about what to do to utilize that alone time better now.
Starfishing. Start with starfishing and go from there.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to carb down. I'm not a carb up kind of guy. But
Failure at home alone time. Carb down.
It's been a pleasure, Melissa, and hopefully I'll see you around as well.
Yes, hopefully we'll see you again sometime, Nick.
That sounds so ominous. We'll see you again sometime. All right, everybody, we have come to the end of the show.